What's up everybody, Emerald here from Emerald's Daily Carry, and today we have a really special video for you, a first look at the new Honey Badger from Arterra. This is actually the one-of-one sample that they have right now, so I'm really excited to go through all of the features, the materials, the uniqueness factor of this product, and a little bit of the differences between this sample that I have here versus the actual production model. We'll also go over the material differences between the regular Honey Badger that I have here and the Pro model that's going to come out as well. Arterra is also giving the Emerald's Daily Carry community an exclusive discount code. That code and instructions on how to redeem it is going to be in the description and in the first pinned comment of this video. It's going to allow you to get a discount, secure first batch delivery, and you're also going to get a super secret bonus gift. So if any of that sounds appealing to you, stick around to the end so you know which Honey Badger you want to get on your pre-sale. Thank you so much again to Arterra for partnering with us to give you guys a special discount. With all of that preamble out of the way, let's start out with the specs. This regular version of the Honey Badger is going to retail for $70 USD once it's out of pre-sale. Currently, you can get early bird prices for $54 for the regular and $78 for the Pro. The Pro is going to have a little bit of a different material choice, which we're going to get into later in the video, and it's going to retail for $105. Whether or not you get the Pro or the regular, it's going to come in the exact same size and form factor. The only difference between the Pro is going to be the materials. For the regular Honey Badger, we have a front face 840D micro ballistic nylon. So that's what this is here. It's a little scratchy. It kind of picks up a little bit of pet hair, but it's not anything that you can't brush off. It's gonna have a little bit of water resistance built into it naturally from the fabric. I have my Honey Badger already filled out, but the liner material is a 210D ripstop nylon. You have 3 different zippers. You have one that goes around the circumference of the bag, an orange interior zipper, and we have another zipper on the back side that holds the strap. All of these zippers are going to be YKK and reverse coil. Speaking of the strap, it's got Duraflex hardware on it. We also have a listed volume of 1.75 liters, so just a little bit shy of the 2-liter volume. It's going to be slightly more pocketable than a Cap 2 if you're familiar with that form factor. Now let's go over some of those really cool features that makes this product really unique. This pouch has a really unique opening style. When you flip it over here on this side, you can actually just rip the zippers open like this without having to manually zip both sides, which is really cool. Very handy for quick and easy access. But the other thing about this opening is there's magnets and magnets everywhere. And I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the sound of beauty. So the magnet is actually really crucial. There's 2 different magnets inside of this pouch. One that keeps the pouch actually closed. So if you're really in a hurry, you can actually just pop up the magnet. And look, I'm like shaking the bag and nothing's popping out, which is really awesome. So if you're really like on the go, oh shoot, I gotta go run to the store, gotta get my cat food, you don't have to zip this thing back up. You can just magnetize it, which is really awesome. But that's not all. There is also a magnet on this side, so when you open the lid, it stays open. And then when you put it on a table, it acts like a tripod, so it actually gives it a lot more structure and stability, and it self-stands. What? So magnets for the win, but just this like opening feature, you know, that's really nice. It's a really nice touch point. And now let's get into the middle of the bag, which is all of this organization that we have here. We have 5 different slip pockets around the perimeter of the bag. Kind of like a tool belt style is kind of what I would say this is. You have a pen loop here at the top. We have 3 smaller stretch mesh pockets here at the front of the bag. Then you have 2 larger stretch mesh pockets and then a slip pocket behind that. In the middle of the bag, you can also put like a Kindle in there. If you have maybe some of these pockets not filled out, you can even put some bulky like Sony headphones in here and it still closes, which is really nice. One thing that I really like about this is that they also utilize the top flap, which, because it has its own volume here at the top, like this whole part. And normally when you're putting stuff in here, it's a lot of little small things that you need to have in certain places. So you're not actually utilizing this top portion of the bag. So that's where this pocket comes in, and you can put a lot of really loose stuff that would naturally go to the bottom of the pouch. And then instead you can have it suspended and know exactly where it is because it's just really easily accessible from this vantage point. So you might be thinking, okay, cool. It's basically a pouch that's got pockets in it. We've seen that before, Emerald. And I'm like, okay, yes, but this is different because this has a strap connected to it. And I know you're like, there are already pouches that have straps so that you can use it as a sling. That is correct, but this one has the sling integrated and built in. So that's where this back zippered pocket comes in play. It's hidden away, it doesn't take up any space, but you can essentially just deploy this strap and use it as a sling at any moment. And it's removable, so it just has a little hooks in it. Let me show you really quick. This is what it looks like. It just hooks onto a piece of nylon inside of that pocket. If you don't have this strap, you can put your phone in there. You can put like a passport in there, like kind of more of a concealed pocket. You can still fit those things with the strap inside of it though, which is really nice. But like I was saying, there's a couple of other pouches on the market that can convert into a sling. Most of those pouches don't have an integrated place for you to put that strap so that it's always like contained with the pouch that you're gonna use the strap with. Now, I don't know about you, but I tend to misplace things if they're not in a specific place to live, if that makes any sense. That's also why pouches are really great to begin with, right? Because it prevents you from misplacing things. You might not have this problem to the extent that I have it, but just because of the nature of my job, I'm in and out of a bunch of different bags all the time. And so pouches are a really great way for me to know that like, I know where everything's in the pouch. And as long as I look and I see, okay, yeah, my flashlight pen thing is in the flashlight pocket, I don't have to account for 10 different things. I only need to account for one thing, which is the pouch. So that's my little ramble about why pouches are great and my little ramble about why having the strap be connected to the bag is also important, because I'm gonna lose this. If this was just floating freely in the world, it's gonna get like eaten by my cat or get like tucked under the couch or something like that. I'm gonna misplace it. So the fact that it is integrated into the pouch, really great. So you might be thinking, okay, but I already have a ton of pouches, like why do I need this one specifically instead of all of those other ones on the market? I think that the reason why this might be a good solution for you and your carry style, because you can have all of your small EDC items in one pouch, since most of those things don't really change even when you're in different situations. I'm always going to be bringing my phone, my wallet, my keys, probably some chapstick, probably some sunscreen. You get the gist. But still being able to use it in multiple situations, like a sling when you're on your day walk or whatever, in your office as a desk caddy or as a tech pouch when you're traveling, that's I think where the main core value set is for this product. And the form factor, let's just talk about that really quick. It's a really nice like taco sized, like it's like curved in all the right places. It's got a little bit of padding, but you can still fit quite a bit of stuff in it just because of the way that they organize all the different pockets. Before we get into the material differences between this and the Pro model, let's just talk about the differences between this sample and the actual product that you're gonna get in your hands. Hopefully when you back the project and get early bird pricing with the link in the description. The first difference is gonna be that this internal zipper here and the puller used is gonna be a little bit smaller than what you see here. This is probably a number 5 reverse coil zipper. And I'm actually happy that they're doing this change because at least on this sample model that I have here, sometimes the zipper puller is gonna be able to get outside of the confines of this lid. And when you go to close it, it sticks out like this. So it makes sense they're trying to eliminate this as a friction point. It doesn't matter if you're using the magnets to close this or if you're using the zipper. If the zipper head on the interior is getting in the way, that's not a good thing. So that's one of the differences that you're gonna see in the production model. The second difference is gonna be actually in this hidden pocket for the strap. So I don't know if you can really see it right now, but the line is like not straight. It's kind of tilted a little bit like this, which means you're gonna get snagged here when you're trying to open it quickly. So essentially what's gonna happen in the production model is that they're gonna straighten out this zipper line so you don't have that problem. This is gonna allow for this entire zipper to have a little bit of a better center of gravity. So I'm also happy about this change because I did have a little bit of a friction experience with those zippers. And all the other differences with this sample, I actually have to pull out a really special surprise for you to be able to tell you what the differences are. So here it is. I have another one-of-one sample of the Falcon 2-liter Pro. Shout out to Arterra, they sent me this just so I could do this comparison. So they're really trying to give you guys all the information so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. But anyway, all to say, the liner material inside of this Honey Badger production model is going to be similar to this liner material inside of the Falcon Pro. It's still going to be a ripstop nylon, but actually the ripstop nylon inside of the Falcon is a little bit tighter. And what I mean by that is like it's a little bit less frumpy. The actual ripstop itself is a little bit more pronounced. It's a little bit rougher than the smoothness of this nylon inside of the Honey Badger. Personally, I do think that this style of nylon feels a little bit more tactical. It feels a little bit more of a technical fabric. And I think overall it's gonna feel a lot nicer than the nylon that they have here in the sample. The last change between this sample versus the production model is they're gonna get rid of this Arterra logo here on the pen loop. And it's gonna look something like this that you see here on the Falcon 2. It's gonna be this new style woven label, and it's gonna be brand standard moving forward. You're gonna have the logo, the tag, the name of the product, how big it is, the material being used for the shell, and designed in the USA. So pretty cool. And now let's talk about the material differences between this nylon version of the bag and the Pro model. So this is where the Falcon 2-liter Pro is gonna come in. It's basically gonna be this exact face fabric, which is Challenge EPLX 200. Currently, the Honey Badger Pro is only available in the black Pro version, so this is obviously not black, it's olive green. So you're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit, pretend like this is a black bag. It's gonna be exactly the same in terms of the material feel. It's just gonna be black. It's actually probably better that I'm showing you the green version just because it's a little bit easier to see things on green versus black, but it's gonna be a little bit crinkly. But it's gonna have inherent strength and waterproofness, so it's more of a technical fabric, which is why it's considered Pro. It's slightly stiffer than nylon, so as far as like how much the bag itself is gonna stretch out, nylon is just gonna have a little bit more flex and give. So technically speaking, you can overpack the nylon version a little bit more than a Pro fabric just because it's just so much more rigid. So keep that in mind if you are an overpacker and you want that kind of as a feature, probably get with the nylon version. And then the last major difference with the materials is gonna be the zippers. When you get the Pro model of the Honey Badger, you're gonna get Zoom matte PU coated zippers. I actually think matte waterproof zippers look a lot better than the shiny versions, but it essentially has a little bit of more texture, and it's honestly kind of hard to even see the zipper line. It looks almost like there is no seam in the middle, which is kind of awesome. I think aesthetically that looks pretty sick if you ask me. But as far as Zoom zippers go, if you've never used one of them, they're pretty freaking nice. They are the only other zipper brand besides YKK where I would say that's a good zipper. Yeah, they're just really smooth. All right, so you made it to the end of the video, and now it's time to start talking about what you guys need to do to get your hands on this bag. First off, I'm gonna just tell you about the Kickstarter campaign and all the details regarding that. As far as for this product, the Kickstarter campaign ends at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, October 24th, 2025. So you basically have a week left before the Kickstarter campaign is officially over. They're still gonna be taking orders after that, but you might not get the best pricing after the Kickstarter campaign is over. Currently, the Honey Badger is available in this obsidian black and kelp green. More colors will potentially unlock the higher the backings go. And there's also a Honey Badger Pro in black, but more colors can be potentially unlocked with more backers. If you do decide to back this project, you'll get your Honey Badger or Honey Badger Pro in February 2026. Again, like we said in the beginning, Arterra is offering our community a very special exclusive Emerald's Daily Carry discount. So be sure to check the link in the description and the pinned comment because I don't want you guys to miss out on this really special opportunity. Again, this is only available for people who are watching this video. You're gonna be able to get first batch delivery, and you're also gonna get a super secret, awesome bonus gift. I don't even know what it is, but you can only get it during the pre-sale and in the link in the description. If you liked this first look and you wanna help support the channel, there are affiliate links to all the products that we talked about today. I get a small commission at no cost to you, but if that's not your vibe, there's always liking, subscribing, sharing, hyping, commenting on the video. Lots of things to do nowadays on YouTube to show engagement. Thank you again so much to Arterra, who was able to send out their one-of-one samples to us so that we could make this first look video for you guys. My name is Emerald from Emerald's Daily Carry. Carry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.